Hello. Hello. Starting in just a minute. Hello. I had to slap Johnny behind the ear real quick. Tinkle the Tootsie. You made it in time for our date. Fantasy Animal Vegan. We're gonna have tempeh tacos and no tuna salad made with chickpeas, and yeah, and some carrot dogs. All vegan recipes, at least ones I know how to make. Yeah. I feel awkward with people from Anthony's stream over here because I don't have the same energy as him. Oh, you'll bring the bacon? Alright. Real animal bacon? With real animal grease? Before I start though, I was a little bit there. Checking out a couple books before I start drawing. I think you saw my sketch earlier. Fantasy Animal Vegan, this guy. I'm working on him some more. I sort of lightened up the pencils. You can sort of see him there, but I'm gonna keep working on him though. But first, looking at a couple of these books I've got a couple artist editions recently that are so cool. Like, I don't know if people have seen or even familiar with these, but these are the Star Wars: A New Hope, the manga, which is like, they did these mangas a while ago that are like amazing. I mean, I think they're almost shot for shot in some places, but they're drawn so good. And I've had these for a long time, just the little manga books. They're great. Yeah, these. Oh yeah, like some of these shots are nuts. You know, like look at that. That's the explosion of the Death Star. Hey to Andy, hey, what's up? Welcome back. So yeah, these Star Wars mangas I highly recommend. They're awesome. They were done. God, what year did they come out? It's been a while. At least 20 years. Oops, that's. Oh, I guess for Americans, these read from the front. Let's see. Let's see the publishing year. It's in the back. 1998. Okay. Almost 20 years. Yeah. 1998. But these artist editions of them are freaking awesome. It's the whole series in 2 books. So I was kind of like, I mean, holy crap. This is all Zipatone and whiteout. Shit, I can't believe that. Hopefully y'all can see that around the chats and my dude here. My camera stopped working too. What's going on? Down here. My guy stopped animating. Let's see here. There we go. Now he's back. I think so. Come on. Gotta keep the webcam on. Thanks. It's being a little buggy following the camera at the moment, though. There. It'll start and then stop. Yeah, see, it's frozen again. Sort of working. I think it'll work better once I have my head down and I'm drawing. But, yeah. Oh man, so cool. Double page spread. I just got some sponges to try to do some ink effects on the back like this too. Another friend of mine who streams was using these for like a Judge Dredd sketch, and it looked really cool. Yeah, I know, right? That dude's definitely beyond pre-diabetes, I think. Well, actually, he's okay, because all he does is drink beer, so he's pretty healthy, right? I'm just kind of doing a quick flip through. Oh, man. I guess, is this... I don't know if they drew it at full size. I guess this is the full size they drew it on. Sometimes manga's not drawn on the 11 by 17 pages, so it's like on A4. Man, I wish I could hold the physical one of this and like see the little edges of the zip tone. I mean, you could still see the blue line and everything. You can see little edges there, but I see a lot of lines. I wonder if they like drew a grid underneath and you can't see it now under all the black ink and zip-a-tone once they're done. But it's just to like do all the perspective for all of these. The measurements of the book are like, is it 11 by 17? Yeah, I guess it is 17. It felt smaller than 11 by 17, but yes, it is. Oh no, it's 15. Yeah, 15 by 10 and a half. So, and actually the pages inside are, like, let's see, this would be, yeah, 10 by 14 and a half. And then their actual page size is 12 by 7 for the safe area, so. Yeah, the, if manga pages, I guess, I don't know for sure, but I think they all mostly work smaller, but smaller like this, because when I've been to Japan a couple times, I've been to this art store called Sakaido, which caters to manga artists with tons of really good supplies, and their entire paper supply is this size. They don't have any like bristle board or pre-lined comic pages that are 11 by 17 there. And the paper's a little thinner too, but it takes some inks better, but some quills still bleed on it. And if you're using a lot of ink, then it sort of warps. So I still prefer thicker Bristol. God damn, that's not a zip-a-tone either. They inked all those lines, like cross-hatching speed lines. Man, that's some patience right there. Looks cool though. I love that little isolated strip down there. That little one. Hey, what's up, Chuck? Looking at the Star Wars artist edition, based on these little mangas from about 20, a little under 20 years ago. There's some great huge pages. It's nice. See if there's any other like big full page spreads in here. I like how they draw her hologram too. I can see some blue line in there. I wonder if they were using that as a guide for the final print. I don't want to go look for the exact page in here. I'll have to do that later, but see if they actually like used that in there for, because he drew the little folds of the cape in there. But it looks like non-photo blue, so maybe he just decided not to draw it in the end. Yeah, I wonder if we were both talking about him around the same time, because I've had him since I was in Colorado, I think. Yeah. They draw R2-D2 so accurately. That's super cool. Let's see. That's pretty cool too, just hand drawn. Oh yeah, this shit. Man. So much Zipita too. Speed lines, god damn. I wonder how long this took. Of course, Spray has assistants and stuff too. Yeah, yeah. Back in their room. The Aurora room. Late nights. For those who don't know, I used to be Chuck's assistant back in Colorado, his assistant inker, and we would work late nights on the weekends and stuff. Talk comics and work on comics. Teaching me to ink. But yeah. It's all in Japanese, but it actually comes with a translation of it all too. But I already own it, so I could read it if I want here. But I like seeing it bigger. Wow, they even did pointillist. Not really into that style though. So many different inking techniques in here though. I wonder how many assistants he had helping him with this stuff. Like if they had an assistant that could do like R2-D2 or something. Like did all the droids, people that did all the mountains, and he would draw all the main faces of the characters or something. Like he would just draw the organic characters or something. Oh, these are great shots that. God. It's just crazy how many lines they put in when they could be using the Zipatone as well. No, not in manga, because almost every manga artist has some assistants that work with them off and on, and I don't think they credit them. Like there's a, I have to check. I know Gantz, that series he had a couple assistants that did all his backgrounds for him. I wonder if he credits them, but I don't remember that he did. But don't quote me on that. I could be totally wrong. So, but yeah. But back to this. Got to be careful because fantasy animal vegan's gonna get blood flow. Yeah. This the beast here. Yeah, it's awesome, man. There's two of them. They're two huge ones. All right, now back to the hairy beast. So yeah, this was from Anthony Wheeler's live stream earlier with his prompt, which was FAIRYTALE MUGSHOT. Oh yeah. I could be totally wrong too and just don't remember because I don't usually look for it, so. I mean, I think they should get credited, so maybe they do, because it is such a common, normal thing there. I mean, they have so many places in Japan where, like, you know, they get 2 or 3 young mangaka who are trying to get started, and they have jobs as an assistant or something, and only making a few bucks, and so they all live together as roommates, kind of doing the same thing, and they work on their own manga on their own time there at night. Yeah, beast mode. Do I need to zoom in on the nipple when I ink that? I should do that next after this hair. Yeah, their schedules are crazy. Like, the shonen magazines, the weeklies, I mean, what, they have like 12 to 15 pages in each one. And, wow, this brush is like it's leaking on me. I like the dark ink it's putting down, but I can see it sort of beating up on the ends. I don't know. I don't want him to look too neat because he's disheveled from partying the night before, so him and Fantasy Animal Vegan hitting up the, you know, hit up a couple raves last night, and they were out all night doing Molly or something, and they're still rolling, coming down right now, but Fantasy Animal Vegan's way more responsible and went home safe, whereas Beast here went to a shady, kind of sketchy after party and ended up getting arrested, so. Oh, Mello, you're here. What's up, dude? I was just talking about you earlier. I was looking through the Art of Star Wars manga book, and there's a huge 2-page spread there where the whole background was that nice spongy effect that you did on that dread piece, and I was talking about how you had been doing that, and I went and bought some sponge, so I'm waiting for the right opportunity to use it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, not the Macquarie. This stuff. There's a big art of book I got a Kickstarter of for these. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen these, but these are awesome. I don't know if I can see it in here. Yeah, I mean, look at this shit. Yeah, it's like shit. But yeah. Stuff like this big explosion, this 2-page spread. I mean, holy shit, that's in the books too. I just have to find the page. But what's up, Cruff? Welcome. Yeah, I was hoping I might run across just by chance the Jesus Christ, it's nuts. Just the shot that had the sponge effect on it, because it looked really cool. But yeah, I'll have to bookmark it later for reference. Yeah, Star Wars manga from about 17 years ago. It's really good. All right. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is from started earlier on Anthony Wheeler's Twitch stream for his he has a product called Chaotic Draw Along, which are like prompt cards for drawings, and he does a weekly challenge with his followers on his live stream too, and we all kind of sketch out ideas and post them on the Discord, and he shows them on the live stream, and we all have fun looking at them and laughing at them and stuff. Everything's usually pretty humorous. And yeah, this one was FAIRYTALE mugshot, so doing a roughed up beast who got arrested and just partied a little too hard, got arrested. Oh yeah, that's funny. Jinx Fancy, I didn't even see that you typed that, but we're talking about the same thing, so thanks for explaining the... Yep. Yeah, because it's a fairy tale. So. Gaming can be like riding a bike though, with a little bit of warm-up. You just get it right back. It's like always in the subconscious, it seems like. Just like riding a bike. Having this little, oh, this is, just the, this brush pen here. I'm trying to practice control with the brush tonight instead of using a felt nib, but yeah, it's, what are these called? The, oh, oops, it's coming unscrewed. Yeah, I forget. You can get them on Amazon and stuff, though. Is it Kuretake? Forget the name of the nib, though. Yeah. Hair done with brush always feels softer and more natural anyway. It was looking better because I did this stuff, like his face and everything, with a nib, but once I got to the hair, I did his beard with the nib and stuff, but then I did this stuff with the brush and I felt like it looked better, so just kind of switched over. Did Beast ever take his shirt off in the Beauty and the Beast cartoon? I can't remember. He's not as hairy on the rest of his body, I guess, past his shoulders. But I don't remember if that's factually accurate. Is he like a Minotaur? Did he have hoof feet? God, now I'm realizing, like, whenever I picture Beast from Beauty and the Beast, I only picture him in, like, his purple suit from the waist up, you know, on his head, his face. I don't really think about what his feet were like. I thought they were, like, human, though, but maybe they weren't. I don't know. I mean, he's definitely not a Minotaur with a horse body, but like, did he have, like, single hoof feet? Hey, thanks, Mela. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a sec. Good to see you. Oh yeah, like cats and dogs' paws feet. Yeah, yeah, like with their ankle up higher. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do the nipple now. Fantasy Animal Vegan might be gone now, so he'll miss out, but this is the moment of truth right here. This is nipple time. Just looking for my... busting out the yeah, he had a tiny waist in the cartoon. That's all I remember, though. That's why I don't remember past that. All right. Don't want to smear. I gotta dry this a bit. Okay. I'm just giving him like claws. Look, he just kind of has thick fingers with a claw fingernail. That's what I saw. Right. Right, we got Nip. Let's see. I mean, I'm an Overwatch guy, and I work at Blizzard, so I'm all about the Zenyatta part. He emits in fire and can move mountains, though? Like, that's pretty huge. Like, how does he move the mountains? That's the only part I'm not very sure about, but the other stuff sounds cool. I mean, if he can move mountains, does he even need to emit fire? He'd never get close enough to him. I'm just kidding around. Yeah, does he just blast him away with fire? Like an inferno? Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Yeah. That's super cool. Yeah, just that would look really cool, especially like animated or something. That path just cracking up before him into the distance. So is this character a hero or a villain? Or does he have a weakness, even? He sort of sounds like, he's kind of like the Greek god, having a brain fart now. The Greek god of fire. He's as big as a mountain himself. He tears apart mountains. Okay, oh, this is for the game, huh? Okay. That's cool. He'd be fun to play for sure. That power would be really cool. I'd say that's a pretty 8 or 9 out of 10 power. Because I haven't really gotten to do that before either. With other characters. There was a guy, I think he was Loki. I think he was the Loki character in the latest God of War game. And he did something like that where he'd step on the ground and it would make this crack that would just tear through the earth for a long ways, and it would take you out too, and you could never get close to him. Can't remember. Loki might have just been the one that comes at you really fast too. It's been a while since I played it. There's also the Ragnarok game by the Assassin's Creed studio that had some similar villains. Could have been from that, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, I gotta get his puke and food back in his beard here, because he was partying and puking. Can't look too clean here. Oh, nice. That would be perfect. Dude's got a big voice. Is that like wish list, or do they actually have someone? Do they actually have him cast to voice the character that you're designing? Wow, that's pretty huge. That's cool. Oh, I thought this was for the game that you were working on with those people. This was for that you mentioned the other day. Oh, okay. I'll make a note of it for later to check that out. I don't want to break the flow right now. I can stream for about another 20 minutes and then I gotta hop off and do a couple things before the waifu gets home from the airport. And then we'll probably hang out for a while. careful. I don't want to smear this. Just gonna use this to do this outer edge here. He's beefy. My beast doesn't have the small waist like the Disney one. He's got a thick waist. The proper shape. No, he's just thick. Like old-fashioned boxers, or like a sumo, you know? Those guys are fit and solid, even though they're like big and round. Those guys are freaking strong and work out all day. He's definitely not fat. I mean, look at that pec, man. That's solid. Belle probably did it for him. One late night in the castle, she's like, "Hey, let's get kind of kinky, Beast. Let's you know, we've been together a few years. Things get kind of bored up here in this isolated castle, hiding away. Let's pierce your nip right under your tattoo." Maybe she had him get the tattoo afterwards. Yes. If no one's around, do whatever you want. Yeah, my wife's gonna come home and laugh at this. She's gonna be like, "You're doing furry fan art." I'm like, no. Never. Yeah, exactly. He's one of my own people. That's how my waist is. And I do work out, and I'm pretty fit in general for an older guy. I mean, I'm not like an athlete, full-on athlete style, but I work out several days a week and try to keep somewhat healthy. So, but I'm still a big beefy guy, so I still got a gut. I'm a bear. No six-pack. Damn. I wish I could trade you like half of mine, and then I'd be perfect. And then you'd have a little more meat. Meat on the bones. Hey, yeah, getting there. I'm cruising through it pretty quick. So about streaming keeps you like super focused too, not distracted, which is good because I got about 10 more minutes or so before I gotta jump off the stream here, so I should be able to get most of them done. He's gonna be holding the signs you use for mugshots too here, but I think I'm gonna do that digital. I'm gonna scan it in and do the digital like height scale guide or chart thing that they put behind him too. So I'm just gonna do all the line work for him in here. I'll even try coloring them. I'm not sure if you like it or not. This song just got kind of cool. Yeah, it depends on the day for sure. There's days when I've jumped onto stream and then I just can't seem to loosen up. But today I was already kind of warmed up because I was working on I was drawing digitally on my iPad, but I was doing the rough for this during the live stream earlier that I was doing it for. One sec, I'm looking for, there we go. So I guess I got a little bit warmed up, and then I lightboxed it, and then did a little bit of inking during that stream. So, and then I ate some food and then jumped on the live stream. So had some good warm-up time, which is probably smart to remember, because yeah, sometimes I jump on and I just can't get loose or warmed up or in the zone like you're saying, and I just get more frustrated, and then I don't like what I did. So it might be better to just do a short warm-up beforehand, or even on stream, which I do sometimes, but just like random doodling and stuff. I gotta make this guy's chest more hairy. Be kind of funny if he kind of grooms himself to go out clubbing and stuff, so he had full body hair, but he sort of shaves it in so he just has like a chest poof here, and some of it's growing back out here where he shaved it. Because he doesn't want to look too hairy for the ladies out there. I mean, I guess it depends. I don't know if he likes boys too, or if he just likes girls. It's hard to say. Him and Belle could have an open marriage, you know. And this is when he goes. This is how he looks after he goes to the Eagle Bar in LA, you know. Shaving the bees, yeah. Gruff, yeah, I get that too, actually, because I mean, sometimes I'll just decide not to stream, because I definitely get anxiety about having to, like, be social and stuff on stream too. Like, sometimes it's fun, like right now, it's fun, and I'm in the zone, but I'm able to chat with people, and, you know, kind of people I've chatted with too. I know you guys already, so a little less pressure. But yeah, sometimes I just not feeling it too, and it ends up being more kind of exhausting and anxiety than a nice hangout. But yeah, wanted to give him some belly hair here too. Like, I'm always pretty chill on stream, but I, sometimes inside, though, my brain's going haywire. ADHD stuff, you know. Anxieties, but... yeah, I've noticed a lot of artists that are streamers, though, too, will do kind of like what I'm doing now, like... probably because of ADHD as well, like... it's so easy to get distracted, if you're streaming, it kind of keeps you focused and in the zone until you finish, because you're, you know, people are watching you. So I have gotten a lot of practice kind of drawing while I talk, though, too, because I've done a lot of teaching and kind of demos and stuff. Doing 3D and 2D. Like, I taught a character design class for a couple years. It was all drawing, but I also do like 3D animation stuff and do Blender demos and things once a month. So I've kind of gotten used to like talking and doing stuff at the same time. So I guess that's not usually the factor. I guess it's just actually being in front of people or online that sometimes get to me. Yeah, it does. It does. It's the same reason why it's also... we talk about a bunch of ADHD stuff, because I just got diagnosed a couple years ago, so I've been like finding out a lot of stuff that I thought was normal actually isn't, you know. But just being aware of it kind of helps you kind of deal with it and work with it better. But that is one thing too, because like in my personal life, I've always struggled to like finish things, art projects. I start them but don't finish, and hard to focus. I was like self-medicating with pot a lot, but I never had that problem at work. Like work in the office, I could stay focused and get a lot done. But also, I'd just be, even just a normal work day, when I leave, I'm exhausted, because like mentally exhausted, because I'm just so like uber focused all day, and it's actually a real struggle to keep the brain focused when it's trying so hard to be hyperactive like mine is and focus on other things and not, and because the dopamine is far gone for whatever I'm working on at work. But just being at work with a boss there or coworkers around, you know, it does force you to focus, and it kind of it's like a slight loophole through that to keep you focused. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. But I do take some medicine for ADHD too, which does help as well. But no ADHD medicine will help 100%. There's just things you gotta be aware of, and like, you know, it definitely helps with focus and sitting down and doing this, so I'm not like self-medicating, smoking pot, trying to keep myself seated. But there's other things like forgetfulness, you know, sitting things down and losing them, forgetting to bring things with you. You learn to kind of just set things up in the house to help with those things so you don't forget things. Or like if I take my medicine every morning, I make sure it's out by my wallet, and I always put my wallet in the same place every day, because if I don't, I'll forget it, even if I only do it once, you know. Normal people won't, but me, I'll always forget it, so I can't ever deviate from my setup. Yeah, Cruff, you should go, if you can, go get it checked out. It's definitely worth it. I wish I'd done it like 20 years ago, but I thought I might have some symptoms, but also, you know, ADHD has a bit of a stigma where a lot of people like to just say they have it if they're like being lazy or forgetful, you know, and it's like almost like a fad symptom or something that people use. So I used to think like, oh, well, ADHD is bullshit. I don't really need to get, but as I got older, I was like, you know, I'm having some real issues, man. I'm just gonna go. I was going to therapy too for some deaths in the family too, but at the same time, I was like, you know, I'm gonna get a therapist who is experienced in ADHD too and can actually officially tell me, you know, not just some online test that'll tell me, you know, like if you got 7 out of 10, you have it. You know, he gave me the actual clinical tests that determine it, and yeah. There's 2 or 3 different kinds. The one I took is like a hyperactive and something else. I forget the name of it now off the top of my head. It's been a couple years. But you can score 4 in each of the 2, and I scored 3 out of 4 on one. I forget what the first one's about. Something about analytical thinking, and the second one is about hyperactivity, not physically, but in the brain. Because I'm a pretty slow moving. I'm not hyperactive physically. It's just in my brain. And I was 4 out of 4 on that one. I was like the highest you could get. So. And then, yeah, the first time I took medicine for it, when it kicked in, like, I was like, holy shit, this is what it's like to have normal brain. You know, it was like everything felt so quieted and stuff. It was almost kind of made me sad for a little bit. Almost like those people that put on, you know, glasses that cure their color blindness for the first time or something, you know, and then they cry or something. So I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing, you know. Of course, the medicine didn't last. I kind of built a tolerance to it, and I had been trying different ones, but I've figured out a pretty good balance now. I take one that's sort of low level, and then I take another one just as needed on the week. It's not Adderall. I don't like any with stimulants, because I just don't do well with stimulants, so I don't take any Adderall or anything. But I take another light one that it's the one I really like but built up a tolerance to. But now I can actually just take it as needed. So I'll take it like on the weekends sometimes, and I don't need it during the week. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people who have autism also, a lot of people have ADHD also have autism too. And a lot of them lead pretty normal lives too. I actually went on a couple dates with a woman who was that, and she was just raw dogging life too. She wasn't taking any meds because the ones she tried just weren't working, so now she's just raw dogging it. But I mean, she was a single mom too. She was doing well at life, but I'm sure it was like it's mentally exhausting each day to get through it. So she was doing a good job. So unfortunately, her and I didn't click. So she ghosted me, but it's fine. That's how it goes. It was a while ago though. And yeah, no, there wasn't any chemistry there anyway at that time. But it does sting a little bit to get ghosted, even if you knew it wasn't gonna work. But I was still pretty impressed that she had autism too. I actually asked my doctor about that too. I was like, well, or my therapist was like, I have autism too, because a lot of people have ADHD have autism, you know, and maybe if I have autism, I probably don't know I have autism because I have autism. I don't know. But I asked my therapist about it, and he's been talking to me for a couple years now, and he said himself, he's like, I can give you the official test if you want, but I can tell you through experience in our time together that I don't think you have any much for autism symptoms. So I didn't do it, which I didn't really think I was autistic either, but I was just kind of curious. Like I said, well, what if I just don't realize it, you know? But yeah, he doesn't think so, so I didn't really see a reason to really go officially diagnose or anything. And I'm not really having any issues. Yeah, it happens. If I do get prescription ADHD, I won't be taking meds because I think I can handle it myself. Yeah, I mean, that's fine too, but I wouldn't just assume. You know, some people don't like medication because it almost feels like you failed or something too. Like, well, now I have to be medicated. Like, am I crazy? You know, like I'm a crazy person. But I don't know. I kind of just frame it like, you know, people take medicine for high blood pressure, for example, and there's no real stigma around that. It's just normal. People do it, or cholesterol or something as you get older. And I kind of just figure it's same like that. It's a chemical in your body and your brain's not working, so you take medicine for that, you know? So the same thing, if you don't take your high blood pressure medicine, you're gonna have headaches all the time. If you don't take your ADHD medicine, you have trouble focusing. But so I wouldn't like, I'm not gonna say you should do medicine. You might not need it, and I don't know how severe your ADHD is, but I would say don't say no to at least trying it too if they recommend it. But yeah, you might not need to. And honestly, when I was your age, Cruff, I don't think I needed it. I definitely had it, but I don't think I really needed it. I probably didn't need it at the time, but it's kind of gotten a little stronger as I've gotten older. I think in my 30s is when I really could have used it and started needing it, and things were starting to be an issue. I've still done fine in life. I wasn't like failing in life or anything, but I just feel like I could, I don't know, it just makes me wonder if I could have been like farther by now, but I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, even if you don't take it, I would recommend just finding out, Cruff, because like I said too, like even without medicine, just kind of being aware that you do have it, and knowing that, okay, you know, the way I keep dealing with something or thinking of something isn't just like a bad habit or a bad discipline that I just need to learn to deal with. Sometimes you're like, well, okay, this isn't something I can fix. This is like an ADHD thing, so I have to, instead of fixing it, I have to adapt to it. And that's kind of what the biggest help has been. The ADHD is just adapting, accepting and adapting to how my brain works. So that's actually been the biggest help. See, I mean, medicine can be tough to get through too. I went through some tough periods trying out ones that don't work, you know, or they work a bit and then they just start fucking you up, but then you have to kind of wean off of them and it sucks. But I was actually gonna maybe just, if this last round didn't work, I was gonna just raw dog it too, because I didn't have the energy to try another medicine for a few months. But yeah, I think I got a pretty good balance now. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I take a, I don't know if it's good to say what I take, because I don't want people to try to take what I take, because it's, everyone's so unique. But I take Effexor, it's my main one, and then I take Wellbutrin as needed. Just a real light dose. It's the lowest dose you can take of it. Yeah, that's too bad, because it's not, you know, it's not that you're not mentally normal either, like I was saying, you know, it's just like, it's actually not really that big of a deal, you know, but I think people feel like it is. There's a lot of different types of ADHD too, so you seem to, well, I could see some ADHD in your cup though, because you start a lot of stuff and don't finish it. You always have a million ideas going, which is what I do too. But in a lot of ways, you do a lot of writing though and focusing, so you might have a different type than me as far as focus level, like maybe not as hyperactive, but in other ways. I'm not sure. Oh man, I just realized, did my thing stop? Oh wait, no, is it still going? Oh, okay. I thought my camera had stopped for a sec. It's there. I thought it was frozen. So yeah, I think, yeah, shit ton. I have so much music, so much art, so much animation that I never finished. It's a good look at this guy though. Get some details in there. Yeah, I think this is about it for him, because put a little bit more in here. But yeah, because this is going to be his line that I'm going to put in here. So I need to give him a little more hair down here. Yeah. So that was another reason I didn't get diagnosed for a long time too, because I was like, well, because I had a couple friends as a kid who actually were on medicine that their parents put them on, because I don't know if they really had anything, but they were just hyper kids. So they were diagnosed as hyperactive, and they would put them on medicine that would just like mellow them out. And so when I heard about, you know, hyperactive disorder related to ADHD, I was like, well, I'm not like that. I'm like, can stay still and chill out easily, you know, if I'll fall asleep. But I didn't realize, oh, that's the actual ADHD, is me falling asleep when I'm trying to be chill and concentrate, you know. And yeah, it's hyperactive in my head. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna put a little bit right before I wrap up here. A little bit more hair here. Just seems a little bare over here. All right. All right, last thing, I'm gonna thicken up the bottom here a bit. We're going old school Iggy Pop here. We'll be a wild one, wild one. Break it loose, gonna keep it moving, child. I'm a real wild child. I'm sure people don't want me singing on stream. I finally got to see Iggy Pop live a couple years ago, and man, he's such a badass, even now. Dude's like in his 70s and like fucking rocking that stage with his shirt off still. Fucking crazy. I go back and forth too. If I want to be like solid blacks or rendered too. Solid blacks is quicker, but all right. This guy he turned out pretty cool. I'm liking him, especially for an impromptu one I threw together today. But yeah, time to scan him in and do the sign on him, and maybe color him up. So, well, cool. Thanks, Edo, Cruff, Edo Endy, and Fantasy Animal Vegan. I know Fantasy Animal Vegan left because he didn't say anything when I was inking the nipple. So I'll have to send him a close-up picture of it. Actually, that's what I'll do. Here you go. It's just for you, Fantasy Animal Vegan. Alright, that's coming to you, Fantasy Animal Vegan. There we go. Got the nipple shot. Whoops. It's all blown out in the camera, but... yeah, I gotta let it dry and then erase all the pencils too, but I'm gonna let it dry for a while first, so... But yeah. Yeah, see you, Cruff. See you, Ida Wendy's. See you, Fantasy Animal Vegan. Chuck, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See yous laters.